What up, peace? Y'all know who it is. Jake Torrance, a.k.a. Jakey Jake. Let's talk marriage today, man. Marriage. Something very, a lot of people take seriously. Some people take their marriage seriously. Some people never took marriage seriously at all. Some people never even know what the fuck marriage was or didn't know what they signed up for. Keyword phrase, signed up for when they said those vows, man. Let's get started, man. My marriage, first of all, I've been married for 25 years. Just June 5th, 1999 is when I get married. This year, on June 5th, I'll be married 25 years. Me and my wife were together almost 9 years before we get married. Did I get down on one knee and ask her to marry me? No. She said, nigga, you gonna marry me. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of being with you this long, and we gonna get married. And she ran the show at the time. I was ripping and running and doing things, and I thought marriage was gonna change her and change. I didn't think it would change the dynamics much of our relationship. Boy, was I wrong. Now listen, marriage is like a race. It's like a marathon. It's just like life. I think of life as a long ass race, right? You don't learn the motherfucking lessons at the finish line, right? You never learn the lessons in a race or a marathon at the finish line. All the lessons that's learned is at the motherfucking soon as you take off and during the race, all right? The most important lessons are learned at the beginning and the middle of the race. The end of the race, man, you don't pretty much learned everything and you fine-tuning everything, but this is the end of the race is when you should be in full stride, should I say, or ready to learn from the next race. Okay, now, a marathon is what it is. Some people take marriage as a 100-yard dash, a sprint. You know what I'm saying? You got to slow walk this shit. When you say those vows, man, you got to mean that shit. And I mean this by saying, you say, for richer, for poor, love and honor, and you promise this was the only person that you will ever be with, right? Those things sound good. They're all great. Any marriage, most marriages, 99.9999, that stood the test of time, that shit ain't happen. We talking about financial problems. We talking about infidelity. We talking about arguing, fights. We talking about in-laws into it, whether it be fathers and mother-in-laws stepping into the mix. We got all kind of factors that play in that we didn't think about much when we get married, along with the mitigating factors. You throw some kids in that motherfucker. You throw some bad days in that motherfucker. You throw some hard times in that motherfucker. Boy, marriage is gonna be the toughest thing, and it's no matter what. Even if it's peaches and cream, there ain't no fair weather. It ain't no perfect marriages, bro. Don't believe that out there. So even if it's peaches and cream, it's gonna be rough. So what is the reason for you to leave your spouse or leave that person, man? Because I have been with my wife for 25 years, and take this from me, bro. My wife has had every reason to leave me, right? I haven't had many reasons to leave my wife due to the fact that anything she did was in response to me doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you got to accept that, man. Rule number one. Okay, we gonna name some reasons why people get divorced. Number one is people grow apart. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. One party is growing and seeing things and got a vision of seeing further and doing better, and one party is still stuck in the same old thing when they first got together, right? That's the main one. Two is financial. Financial is one of the biggest reasons why people get divorces. You know what I'm saying? Because it might be credit card debt, it might be a debt period, it might be just being broke all the time and not seeing no light at the end of the tunnel is what make people leave their spouses. Sex, believe it or not, sex is one of the reasons why not proper getting sex proper. People cheat, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of women, especially women, they marry these guys not knowing they marry these ego tripping, these narcissistics, these controlling type people, because they didn't know them long enough, or people become people that they didn't know, or people become people that they didn't know when they married them. People turn into different people because of marriages, because of litigating factors, because of certain things, right? So what would make you leave your spouse? Because I want to know, man. I've been on every side of the fence when it comes to marriage, bro. Believe this. I've been the person, the player. I've been the person that's begging my wife to come back to me so she don't leave me. I've been the person that's had the money, that didn't have the money. I've been the person that could pay the bills and couldn't pay the bills. I've been the person, every aspect of the marriage that you can think of that a marriage could go through: losses, losing family members, losing close family members, anything that you can think of. Pretty much me and my wife has gone through in a marriage. And the only thing that is two reasons why that I can think of that would make us stay, or anybody that's been through what we've been through, or any marriage that's seen its up and downs. One is y'all just that fucking, y'all got this personality where y'all just don't want to break up. Y'all just, no matter what happens, y'all that weak and weak-minded to where y'all gonna stay together. A weakness, right, is what is part of it. Or it's a strength. It's a strength. It's the love. It's the bond. It's the soulmate connection that keeps you guys together, right? So I want to know, what is it that would make you leave your wife? Because some women leave their husband because they chasing, they sexually, they get around, they didn't know that when they got married at a young age. A lot of people get married at a young age, and they didn't know. They think they got something there, but then as they grow older, they get around coworkers, they get around women, they start going to these lady nights, they start doing these things, and they figure out like, damn, this ain't what I thought it was. And they hearing all these stories, and they got these peers egging them on, and they see other people doing it, and next thing you know, boom, they caught in other relationships. Some people can't handle the fact of getting cheated on, man. Some people can't handle the fact of infidelity, but they will leave and go to the next person, and the same thing happened. Look, my mother and father were together for 20 plus, a long time, bro. A long, long time. I watched them separate. It's one of the biggest, to this day, it hurt me. It hurts to my heart to even think about what we had, what we still could have had, and what the things and the memories that we shared. But at the same time, bro, after seeing what my mother and father went through, and at the end, and my, you know what I'm saying, the different things, it was a lot of factors involved, man, a lot of factors involved. But I seen them separate. It hurt us, but at one point, do you say, I want to be happy and leave that person alone? And what point do you say, this person ain't gonna change? How many opportunities do you give this person before you tap out? Because like I said, I've been given every opportunity in the world times 10, and my wife stayed with me. I stayed with her. Now we got our marriage is thriving. We love each other, and all the ups and downs that we've had, financial issues, still got sometimes. We have infidelity on both sides. We've had, mainly me, you know what I'm saying? We've had issues where days where we just didn't want to see each other. And we still got days like we just wake up sometimes like, what separates, man? One, you got to be able to fucking change the hands of time. You got to be able to evolve. You got to be able to grow. And the biggest thing is compromise, man. You got to be able to so many people stuck in their ways that they don't want to meet the other person halfway, or the other person don't even want to grow. Because of the way the person can grow. It's been times when my wife been on me so bad. I'm the hardest working motherfucker in the world, y'all. Work ethic is my thing. But we've been into it so bad. I've been so late. I didn't want to get up and go to work and do shit. I lay on the couch just because I didn't want to satisfy her or try to because I didn't want to build her. She had me so down and out that I didn't want to get up and do shit, knowing I'm a working man. So I want to know, what would make you go through a divorce? What would make you leave that person after all these years? And I want to know, how does it feel to leave a person? 90, I say 80 to 85% of people that leave that person, they don't find more happiness. 15%, 20% people do. Most people find the same thing or end up in the same situation years down the line. Now, some people go single, some people stay single, some people never get married again. Marriage, how important is marriage to you, and what does it mean to you? And what is it that would take a person to leave another marriage? Like, share, subscribe, follow, man, because marriage to me is everything. I'm going to stay with my wife forever if it's possible. I'm not saying never we will get divorced or something, but it's probably a slim chance. We done been through everything in the ring to where the point we communicate to the point, we used to be violent, bro. Violent relationships, physical, verbal. Now we able to talk most things out, and I just commend her for now she get all of me. Had she left me and the growth, and I've grown to the person I am today, because I won't cheat on my wife. It's a lot of things that I will never do again. I respect my wife to certain levels, right? But now she gets all of me. She dealt with all that bullshit, everything that all the bad shit. Now she gets this person that none of them other females that I cheat on or had good times with, they'll never see that again. She gets this person, all of me, that nobody else get. Are you willing to stay and stick with your person, your other half, that long and see that side? Or is it time to dip like most people do? Like, share, subscribe, follow. And I still love my mama and daddy to death, man. I feel like they made a great, the decision. I wish they would stay together, but at the same time, you got to do what you got to do. Just like most people. Some people getting battered and beat up relationships and people putting hands on each other and you're forced to leave and you ain't giving that person that time. But get to know the person before you marry them. Grow up a little bit. Stop marrying so young. Put the courting aspect back into the game, man. Because too many marriages is falling apart and too many marriages ain't standing the test of time due to selfishness, not willing to sacrifice, and not willing to grow. Let me tell you motherfuckers who I am real quick, man. Chime in on this. It's Jakey. No divorce, man. Stay with him. Stick it out as long as you can, man.